good? So we have finally made it. That was actually a handy spin up, wasn't it? It wasn't too bad. Took us about an hour and 45. That's at the end of my bag. I only, for God's sake, I only cleaned your car and there's stuff on the end of my bag after ruining your seat. I only spent like an hour and a half cleaning the car yesterday. The car has never been cleaner. But we've made it here. We're at the University Hall in Limerick. So we're going to head in there now, catch up with everyone, because I know everyone is already in there. And we'll bring you along for the day. The show starts in about 45 minutes. So yeah, come along. We've ticked off like 6,500 steps. We're going to head back to the venue now. As I said, we just need to get out and get some fresh air. But the standard in there from the bodybuilding is absolutely wild. I've never been to a show apart from the Arnold's, which is probably one of the biggest shows in Europe. I've never seen an Irish show with the depth that's there. The men's physique and classic physique amateur level wasn't that impressive. To be fair, I thought the standard would be a lot higher. Men's physique is normally a fairly deep class, and the classic physique pro show was absolutely insane. I've never ever seen the depth of standard that's there. It was phenomenal. So we are just heading back down now for finals, so we will catch up with the overall finals. So the way it works with the finals is we've got the overalls, so best from each category goes up against each other. The winner of that gets the pro card. So we'll catch up when the bodybuilding overalls are on, and I'll give you a look and see who wins. I've got Carl, I called Carl to win at the start, and I still think he's going to take it home because he looks absolutely mad. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, what is good? So welcome back to the channel. We are just about ready to head down to the gym. We have got pull on the cards, so we're going to get set up for that. As you can see, it's been a busy period of time. We've been MMA for about 2 weeks now. That was a quick little wrap up of how the 2 weeks have gone. We've obviously been up to Alan for our first in-person check-in since we started prep. He's happy. We went down to the MuscleContest to check out the standard that was down there. That definitely lit a bit of a fire. Jesus, bit of a draft coming through the door there. But that definitely lit a bit of a fire even. Moving into the next couple of weeks. So we are now currently 14 and a half weeks out, I think, or 14 weeks out from show number 1. We've just booked all of our flights, accommodation, and we're currently in the process of trying to pick our board shorts. I'm not sure which ones to go with. There's a couple of pairs that I have my eyes on, but 1 or 2 of them are out of stock, so I'm waiting to see if they'll be restocked. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's where we're at. Everything is coming along nicely. We give a little physique update. Pop it up here so you can see a little run through of the actual pose and routine. So we're sitting at 90
2.5, maybe 3 kilo at the minute. So down from 102, which was our starting weight. So things are moving fast. Things are moving along nicely, and we have got plenty of tools left in our arsenal to kind of bring it in fully now. So we're going to get our shit together, head to the gym, and we'll catch up with you when we're down there. So starting off the session, just warming up a little bit of abs, a little bit of hip flexion there. We'll do a little bit of single arm pull down, just to get some blood into the back. We've got 2 hamstring exercises today as well, so that's a bit of a posterior session. So we're going to run a seated hamstring curl. We've got an RDL, which is just in the bending position, so really trying to isolate the hamstrings when we are pulling through that, so it's not as heavy. It's a little bit slower, a little bit tighter through the lower back, but the back pump is still crazy off it. And then we're into our actual back work itself. We're moving on to our hamstring curl now. So with the hamstring curl, we've got 2 sets. We're going 10 to 12 on both. So we've got our knee lined up with the little axis point here, which is this little red here. I don't know if you can see it or not, I hope you can. So that's where the machine is going to rotate around. That's what we want to rotate around in terms of our body. Again, wrap our nice and tight. Keep toes pointing to the ceiling and driving down with the heels. So we're really driving the heels down. Keeping that foot nice and relaxed. Beautifully tortured setup. So we have got, again, another 2 sets in on this. I'm trying to fix the mic. So we've got another 2 sets in on this. I'm really liking this at the minute. So again, we're pretty much going 3/4 of the way down, or the full way down, and coming back up about 2/3 of the way. And we are really driving in on the hamstrings. So really twisting the feet into the ground, driving and pushing the ground away, contracting the hamstrings really hard as we're pulling up. So with loading anything and slowly loading it through the lengthen range, like we're doing here, we need to be very careful obviously of exercise selection. So we ran through with Alan. The idea behind this obviously is the hamstrings can pretty much take the weight. But if you were doing something, say like your chest or shoulders, it can be very taxing and very risky. So again, it's been very selective with the exercises we're doing this kind of training technique with. I don't really have it across any other exercise on the plan, it's just this one. Little bit of hamstring work done. We are now coming in on our direct targeted back work. So first up, we've got a single arm neutral grip pull down using the bench for our stability here. Keeping palms facing in the way, elbows tucked in, pulling down towards the hip. This is going to get the lats pretty much fired up now for the rest of the direct back work we're doing. Right, next up we've got our custom T-bar. So it's supposed to be a chest supported T-bar row even. We don't have that here, so we've got our own setup here. We're using the low row, standing up, length slightly over the bench. Using this to disperse the pressure in my chest, because this feels like it's going to cave in my fucking chest bone. So we're using that, neutral grip, nice drive back, keep the elbows down nice and low. It works pretty much the same thing. It's not exactly the same, it's the best kind of swap we're going to get. And we want the chest support in on it, so that's why we're using this setup. That is wrapped up. Just running through a couple of posing lengths now, post workout, and then we'll get these sent over to Alan so that he has them there.